So I've said before, when I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong, and I'm wrong about getting upset about Donald Trump. I am, and here's why. Because he is with the people. Here's a post from an hour ago. To all Senate Republicans, no deal with Democrats to fast-track nominations at the end of this Congress. I won the biggest mandate in 129 years. I will make my appointments of very qualified people in January when I am sworn in. So I apologize to Donald Trump. Because it's just, and I don't want to say but, I hate doing that because then it never seems real, but I'm going to do that only because it's scary when you can see the, like, I don't know if a lot of Americans can see the big picture. Like, the globalists are right there. I mean, they're continuing to move forward, even, knowing, I mean, it's thrown a wrench in things with him, and that's why they're all circling him. They've all, are going, and all of a sudden all these people, all these CEOs, all these tech giants are, oh no, Donald Trump has changed. Donald Trump is with us. And so I'm so relieved to see this. So that's but I apologize. I apologize. I'm so relieved to see this. I think it's disturbing that there's a lot of Democrats that are supporting the Doge committee. Okay, I mean, you're Bernie Sanders, who's been there forever. Like, you're Democrats that have been there forever, them supporting the Doge committee is a red flag. How Americans haven't picked up on that, I don't know. But then the people that support Musk and support RFK Jr. are really liberals or libertarians. And not that I have anything against them. It's just they're most of what your podcasters are. They say that the podcasters now the news. Well, that's a shame because they're no different than the mainstream media. They all parrot each other. They all it goes on every day. It is with this Musk. I mean, Musk and his brother came here as illegal immigrants. They did. They said it themselves. But you won't hear one of those podcasters say it. You won't hear Elon say it. Well, he did say it in an interview a long time ago. And somebody in Silicon Valley, probably some CEO, got them work visas. And then Elon Musk said, in fact, I'll post it because I did find it and I posted it on TikTok, that he says that he rented an office building trying to get some company, Zip2 or something. That was his first company here, trying to get it off the ground. And him and his brother stayed in that building. And he says, and then we would shower at the YMCA. YMCA. Just what a coincidence. Anyway, so yet what you will find is that all of these podcasters, Patrick Bet-David, I would say, is the worst one. Like, he's just so over the top with the Elon stuff that but all of them are acting. I mean, there's like they've placed Musk on a pedestal. He's a great employer. I don't think he is. I think he's likely a slave master kind of employer. I do. People want to praise him because he cut all these jobs at Twitter. Okay, fine, yeah, because he has AI running it. But that's one of the biggest problems. And then people want to praise him because he came out and warned the public about AI. It's like, come on, people. Look at history. Science and technology do that every single time they create some destructive thing. They come out and say, well, we didn't know what the consequences could be. That's what all of them are saying that now. Peter Thiel, Sam Altman, but it's just going to be so amazing. So, to give him credit for no, I'll give you credit when you can actually not create the destructive thing until you know what will happen. Nuclear weapons being a number one thing that, was not a good thing that happened, but at the same time, I guess when you have, people that are stable, and that's the reason we don't want Iran getting a nuke. because they don't have stable leaders there. Putin is a stable leader, okay? He could have nuked us a long time ago. Okay, so for anybody to say he's such a monster, okay, well, whatever. Everybody has a past. But seriously, with the amount of crap that this country has thrown at them, we don't have a lot of room to talk. I'm not saying that he's an angel, but none of us are. And Xi, President Xi of China, I mean, yeah, his country hasn't been involved in such great stuff for sure. And they keep their people in the digital gulag slave using facial recognition that Silicon Valley created. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the people that have been praising Musk, they're your liberals. That's who it is. That's why there's so many Democrats that are supportive of the Doge Committee. So, yeah, I feel so much better. As far as RFK Jr., I know that's a harder one for people to swallow. It's one I've tried a few times to come around to him, but he didn't come on the scene in a big way until Trump. Many of these people didn't until Trump was in office the first time. It's almost like many of these people, because they're globalists, they knew who he was, they knew what he was going to do. Or afraid, and then they saw, and then they had to, nope. Because otherwise, most of these people, like out of Silicon Valley, Kennedy, like even though everybody knows who RFK Jr. is, before the last 8 years, you didn't see a whole lot of him. He claims no media would let him on. I don't buy that, because, he's in the back, the Kennedys are in the back pocket with these media giants, okay? They're just like, again, I know I say it a million times, but Cindy McCain said everybody knew about Epstein, okay? So the Kennedys knew about Epstein. There's no way they didn't know. They never said anything. Instead, RFK Jr.'s off fossil hunting with Jeffrey Epstein. So why these aren't red flags to people that he ran, because they panicked with Trump. They panicked. And so he ran and then thought, okay, I just have to get into somebody's administration. We can't have anything messing up the agenda, because RFK is all in with that agriculture stuff. So, I know that people think he's so smart. I think he's just good at he knows how to sound good, put it that way. And that's a hard one to swallow, but at the same time, I think the whole vision you've been given about the Kennedy family has been false. I do. Maybe JFK was trying to do the right thing. It's the whole airlift to America. So while we've spent the past 4 years and everybody in the country's carried on about the illegal immigration, JFK, when he wasn't even president, he was just a senator, He bypassed the State Department, who didn't want to bring Kenya students here. And the Kennedy Foundation paid for the first 2 flights, which the second flight had Barack Obama's dad on it. So that's a red flag to me, and yet that's not a made-up story. Go on, and you can just put Airlift to America in YouTube, and you'll bring up the Kennedy Library. They talk about it. They're proud of it. But, that was bringing in illegal immigrants, because Kenya went to Kennedy when the State Department refused. Went to JFK, and he was in the Senate, so JFK paid for it. Why did he do it? But nobody's ever going to ask. It's okay if JFK does. He lets a bunch of illegal immigrants in, but then Democrats are for that. JFK. Everybody wants to say JFK was a moderate Democrat. Maybe in some areas, but yeah, I think it's been a very false vision, and the very fact that all the podcasters don't want to say anything like that or talk about any of those things are all red flags. So I'm just relieved to see this, because yes, I apologize to Donald Trump. Thank you for putting the people first.